It kind of stood out amongst the other things that were good today. It's the two games we went up here. He was huge impact in both of those games. It's just one of those things where you watch him and he doesn't swing particularly hard all the time, but the ball really jumps. He made some nice adjustments, I thought, in game. The tapper to the third was on three consecutive curveballs, and then the next at bat he saw three curveballs in a row, and the last one ended up over the fence. And I thought that was the biggest one of the game, considering the fact that leadoff triple by Joe and 2 outs, he's still standing over there. So that was a huge hit for us. He's got a lot of ways he can help you win games. With legs, bunting, home runs, defense, arm. It's fun to watch some of that talent start to flourish.
He didn't see many pitches today either. Is that a good sign that he is right in it?
Yeah. I think he's, shown an ability to put a lot of pressure on the pitcher from the first pitch. The fact that he's been able to jump on some first pitches here over the last couple of weeks. They're a little more careful with the fastball. Sees a lot of off-speed pitches, first pitch, especially with men in scoring position. But I think he's figuring that stuff out too. So going up there with a pretty good idea of how to try to give himself the best chance.
Not trying to compare, but you've seen Devo play here in your time.
Yeah.
But in terms of offense and defense, is it about the same or one ahead of the other?
I don't know if everybody remembers how good Devon was. They have similar builds. They have similar stride length. Almost effortless in the way they can track balls down. Devo being a switch hitter became a really good player. The more experience you got, obviously a part of a couple of world championships. And Byron's still on the climb. I think they're a little bit different, the type of the hitters they are. But defensively, Devon was probably the best center fielder in his generation, and maybe we're looking at the best one and this one in the current generation.
It's all three of the outfielders that seem to be rising down the stretch here too. Does it excite you? Should it excite Twins, I guess, for the next few years? This outfield coming together.
I think, just in general, the continued development of these core guys is something to be excited about. We're gonna, keep trying to find ways to get better and build around some of these guys. Some of the pieces are currently already in place with guys that you kind of look like Dozier as a veteran after 5+ years, and Joe probably his best year in a few that we're looking at. So, but yeah, those three guys potentially is, for the most part, your everyday outfielders. I think that's a really nice part of your defense and offense that you have to build around. How are you? Nice to see you.
Me too. I remember Devo.
Oh, yeah, I know you did.
How did you see Gibby kind of settling in today?
Biggest part of the game for me was picking us up after the air. We've had some games where we've let slip away here in the last couple weeks, a few on this trip where we make a misplay, and then, we don't minimize the damage, and they end up getting 3 or 4. So to get another ground ball right after that, I thought that was a big momentum changer for us. And, I thought he was good today. Strikes were good for the most part. Attacking was pretty good. He backed up his Chicago outing with another good one today. So that's, the deeper our rotation is and the more guys are throwing well, you've got a chance to win every day.
3 straight days for Hildenberger, too. You really getting comfortable with him?
We had a good conversation pregame about his availability. I think it was 4 out of 5 before today, but the pitches were minimal. He said he felt really, really good today. I was going to, use other people where I saw fit, but it came up where I thought he was the best guy to kind of pick us up there, and he did. He did a nice job of getting 3 outs.
Polanco getting in that long rundown allows you guys to
it's at first and third, nobody out. It's one of those plays where you try to read the swing and bunt because it's the one ball they're not going to turn 2 on. But he committed to the contact and recognized that his only play was try to advance the runners, and he did that. And that's your job. If you're gonna get caught trying to beat a play to the plate, then you try to advance him if you can. And he stayed in there. Actually, I don't know how many throws he got, probably 5 or 6. Yeah.
whiff on the tag at the plate.
Yeah, there's no contact there from what we reports were. So.
What was the reaction like in the dugout after the third Buxton home run?
You know, I think everyone kind of was top stepping it, you know, leading off that inning with the day that he was having. He didn't make us wait very long. You know, he jumped on the first pitch, and you know, all three kind of the same. Is vortex the right word? Anyways, they were all kind of in the same spot, but you know, he kept them all fair, and you know, they all had a nice sound. You know, you get a nice reverberation there where I stand, and they were no doubters. Thanks.
Joe Mauer had Joe Mauer had 8 hits over the weekend and I think scored 5 runs. Really locked in August in general. I'm just curious kind of what that does for the team.
Well,
when he plays.
it's, you know, I'm really happy that Joe's doing what he's doing. He's still a leader in that clubhouse. You know, finding a way to get it done here as we approach September. He just takes good at bats, and you know, he's besides the hits, there's so many. How many balls does he hit on the nose that end up, you know, in the shortstop or left fielder's gloves? Because he's, you know, he uses that side of the field quite a bit. But you know, he's just taking good at bats for us day in and day out, and a big part of our lineup. You know, after being here for however many years, you know, he's still a main cog for us.